Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and our home team. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and our home team. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their enigmatic quarterback, the Heisman winner from Baylor. It's Robert Griffin III.
I think sometimes when you've had some rocky days as a starting quarterback in the NFL, people start to focus in on what you can't do or what they perceive you can't do.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Throwing on second and long. Wilson, room past the 20. And they will finally get him down at the 28. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over first and 10. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Wentz, his short throw caught by Goddard. Now Green. Oh, staying on the ground. Let's hope he's all right. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. A first carry now for Thompson. Fighting through, and he's got space.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 17-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, What a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Hey, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Hold up. Show it up.
Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Romeo Okwara just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, Paul.
Touchdown, 49ers. Austin Eckler, 45 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. We've less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the pass brought in by Roberts. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On first down, Thompson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And let's look now at the offensive starters for the Cardinals.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest, but many times we see the upsets happen with a team that won the week before and has momentum on its side.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Fletcher Cox is a first-round pick who has fulfilled his promise. One of the best defensive linemen in the NFL.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. They'll run on first down. Thompson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because, to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Now 49er pressure, and they get it. It's blocked. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Rosas to add the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wentz now on first down. He's got it complete to Thompson. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Here's Wentz to throw. It's complete. Javon Wims, the open man. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. On for his second punt, and remember, his first one was blocked. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A first throw for the backup, Wilson. Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. On first down, it's Thompson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tay Davis there on the tackle. To Thompson on the draw. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Cardinals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing his Wentz. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Play action. It's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now over 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards up first and second down.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. Now, Charles, it's the second quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as the quarterback, but like I said, it's the second quarter, so how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass, okay, that's cool, but he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that. On second and 11 now. Wentz. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. They run with Thompson. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good side. Now 49er pressure, and they get it. It's blocked. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Niners are able to stretch. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. To throw, it's Wentz. Got a man open, it's Wims. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Wentz now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a first and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and now it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on third down, Wentz. he finds a man with a crossing route. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. He's got Thompson here, complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. To throw is Wentz. And he's got it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Wentz. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 13-year man puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC divisional round game. And it is the Atlanta Falcons who will continue on as they eliminate the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That good for 19 and a first down.
Man. These guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On second down now. It's Thompson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Jones has it. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Julio Jones. 64 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, a run with Thompson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now left side on the swing pass. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let him bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Here's Wilson, and that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. We're about to resume the action as we've got a kickoff coming in this 4th quarter. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Wentz to throw. Got a man open. It's Wims. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. On 1st down, Wentz. He's got Thompson here, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To Thompson on the draw. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Wentz. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson, and that'll be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Vegas. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Wentz now on 1st down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. To throw again on second down. Wentz throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.